Welcome to Rock Hill, South Carolina for the 2024 College Disc Golf National Championship presented by Innova. This is the back nine of round 3 of the team championship here at College Nationals. I'm Nathan Johnson, joined in the booth today by Nick Hanson. How's it going, Nick?
Oh, it's going great. We've got a good day for some disc golf here. And this UNC Charlotte team is on an absolute heater. If you didn't watch the front nine, go watch that, because look at that scorecard, 9-9.
Yeah, hard to do much better than that. This UNC Charlotte team proving why they were the number one power ranked team coming into this national championship.
Yeah, it's been exciting to watch. The back nine's going to get a little tougher here, so see if they can keep it up. It would be awesome. But here we are, hole 10, 284 feet. Just slowly moving from left to right. Probably going to see a bunch of sidearms. If you didn't watch the back or didn't watch the front, they've been filleting the course with the sidearm so far.
Yeah, very impressive. Watching the singles competition, now this team competition. All of these college players, just super balanced games. Really fun to watch. This looks a little early, but gets through.
And yeah, just a reminder for the format. Each team has 4 players. They're both in pairs. It is alternating tee, but then it's best shot for each pair.
Correct. So this is Glenn Pfister throwing his forehand right there. Comes up a bit short. Jack Lang threw the first shot there for Charlotte. And then for Ohio State, for the Ohio State University, I should say, we have, this is Manny Fakkas, and we have Max Sheetz, who will be throwing the second shot for the even-numbered holes for Ohio State.
Yeah, pretty interesting format, but a good way to make sure we get 4 players adding to one combined score. Great shot there.
Yeah, Max has had a bunch of really solid forehands throughout the round, and Charlotte has had a bunch of really solid putts. We'll see if Tom can keep that going, and he does. We still haven't seen a miss from UNCC yet.
Their putter has not hit the ground. Pretty incredible.
Well, yeah, the only putt that's hit the ground was an 80-foot bid for eagle. So I don't even know if you can call that putt.
I mean, do you count that one? Could it technically be a throw at that point?
That's true. That is true. Nice little star frame for both these teams. Starting the back nine off on the right foot.
All right, hole 11, 279 feet. It is downhill, and then it's a sharp left-hand turn. Excited to see how these teams are going to attack this one.
Yeah, this feels like a very disc-dependent hole. You need something overstable that you can almost throw flat out of the hand, or a little hyzer that just dumps at the end of the flight.
Yeah, I think throwing something to stall is maybe too touchy of a shot for this tunnel, but that's going to be a good shot there.
Yeah, not a bad shot. That was Owen Rice from Charlotte. This is Tom Stanley rounding out the foursome for the 49ers. That goes quite a bit deep. Just pured everything. Here for Ohio State, we got Carson Smith lining up the backhand. Pushes it a little bit too straight, catches those backside trees. And Ethan Owens rounding out the Ohio State team.
Oh, tough to tell where that one landed. But as we see here in about circle 2, see if they can give it a good bid.
Yeah, maybe a little longer than circle 2, somewhere in the 60, 70 foot range. A little bit of obstruction too along the way.
Oh, and a good bid there.
Another tester putt for Charlotte. See if Jack can keep the putter going.
Oh, and their first miss of the round coming at hole 11. Can he pick his teammate up?
Yeah, just a little low, and of
Oh,
course he
and
does.
that he does. The birdies continue. 11 in a row to start this round.
Wow. That is a huge putt there for Glenn. I'm sure he was feeling the pressure on that one.
I was going to say, that's got to feel good, but the pressure has got to be building at this point. For all four of these teammates to just continue this trend is unlikely, but it is fun to watch. Here we are at hole 12, 224 feet. Uphill, only about 10 feet or so, so not much, but the elevated basket can give some issues.
Yep, just a nice straight backhand putter shot if you...
But yeah, it would definitely be a tough backhand.
Just a bit of an early release.
You almost need a little turn and then to fade back at the very end
So do we hate it?
to really pure this shot, I would say. And we might see our first blemish of the round for these guys.
Yeah, barring a miraculous throw in here, I think Charlotte is looking at a par at best.
Sneaky boy, come on.
So the door kind of creaks open for Ohio State. That one's a bit off.
I was gonna go whip it back.
Ooh, interesting.
I mean, if you can just flip something up to flat, and this hits something deep, should be a circle 2 bid. Probably like a 50-footer coming up. Not a bad result.
Yeah, I would say looking at this, UNC Charlotte will not be getting a birdie. But making sure they can get up and down for par is going to be very important still. And as this one rolls to outside of circle 1, they can be feeling the pressure now.
Yeah, definitely got to put this one close after that roll away. Don't want to mess around and get yourself into bogey trouble. That was nicely done by Tom. That should be a very makeable putt coming up.
Yeah. See if they can get a stroke back here.
Just a bit short. Tricky footing over here. It looks like kind of a tree in their back.
Yeah, both players having difficulty getting it above the basket at the pin, unfortunately, as they will tap in their par.
Yeah, so we're going to see the first par of the round for UNC Charlotte. Pretty crazy streak to start off 11 for 11. And then on this, maybe the shortest hole of the course.
Oof.
Wow.
All right, as we move into hole 13, maybe one of the tightest gaps off the tee that you've ever seen, or maybe you've played a tighter one, but this one's pretty short.
Yeah, the two tightest gaps I've ever seen are both in the greater Charlotte area. This being one of them, and the other being at oh no, I can't even think of the course. It's right down the street from Westminster, so I guess not even Charlotte, more the Rock Hill area. For some reason, these course designers just love 2-foot gaps right in front of your face.
I made the gap bigger for you.
Yeah, it's gotta give you, I would say some issue. Not too many players can just step up here and be completely confident.
Yeah, it's more of like a mental challenge and making sure you're lining up properly on the tee pad challenge than an actual, hitting the gap thing, just because it is so close to the tee pad itself. That was looking good, but just barely caught a left side tree.
Yeah, what did we, 1 for 4 getting about 75% down the fairway?
Yeah.
Pretty tough one.
So maybe this gap
being a
is harder
short
than than I was saying.
Go in. Come on, Manny. Oh,
Ooh.
good try.
Back on track.
Yep. Didn't last.
Can they finish strong? Get to that 17.
Yeah, the par streak didn't last long for Charlotte. Nice bounce back birdie there. Ohio State is getting into a bit of a par streak. They're going to need to turn this thing around if they want to get back into this thing.
Yeah, plenty of time tomorrow, but they're falling off. Hole 14, 410 feet, par 4. So potentially reachable, but the way it snakes, I would say, you know, players are going to want to play smart, stay in the fairway, just get up and down for your birdie. Make sure you're getting that extra stroke here.
Boyd Hill is the other course that I couldn't think of the name. In the comments, let me know if you played those two courses, which of these gaps is smaller. And that's all I have to say. All right, let's see what Charlotte's got going here. Turnover forehand, going for the aggressive line.
I would say this is the aggressive line, and if that can sit down, I think they'll be able to scramble from there, getting a safe sign.
Yeah, at 410 feet, if you can keep this thing in the air and get that full flex, you might be able to get a long putt at it, but that one catches a tree about halfway down the fairway.
Flip, you nerd. What in the heck, dude? Bro.
Doing our job for us.
Yeah, the extra commentary you get sometimes is nice from the players themselves.
Yeah, we should be micing
I know
up
I've
these
got
college
some
kids.
personal commentary.
yeah. You don't need to mic me up during my rounds, but yeah, I'd love to hear what these college kids are talking about.
As we see, you getting off the fairway, it's going to be hard to get back down the fairway without just pitching out.
Yeah, a lot of skinny trees to navigate. Tricky patent pending kind of shot here. It was looking good, but just didn't turn quick enough. A little bit of Army golf going on for Ohio State now. Not a bad lie for Charlotte here.
Oh, still have an opportunity. Ooh, he knew that right out of his hand. Looks like he kind of just like maybe stuck to it a little bit. But still up there. This is looking better. Oh, but catching a branch and getting a kick left.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's going to be a tricky putt, if anything, from over there. Even Ohio State still with a tough scramble. Or no, maybe just a long jump putt. Oh, okay. Not as far as I thought. Just a bit low on the birdie bid there from Jack Lang. Let's see if Glenn can make it 2 in a row from 40 feet or so. Catches the band, but no dice.
I would have thought this would have played as one of the harder holes on the course. However, playing about in the middle of the field. So here we are, hole 15, a little longer, but downhill at 453 feet, wide open. Players are just going to let one rip. Down about 40 feet, though, so probably playing closer to that 400 range.
Yeah, just got to get something out there that you know is going to hold straight. This is looking like a really nice line.
Oh, getting a little roll back there from the tree. Just outside the circle for birdie.
Going with the sidearm. This needs to come out.
Gonna have another tester putt over there. See if Ohio State can get back on the birdie train.
Seems to be a pretty common landing zone over there on the low left side of the basket. that hill, just kind of pulling discs down to that side of the green.
Oh, and this one's still flipping. I like this.
Wow, that got some really... Oh, go in. Oh,
Oh,
goodness. The ace run. Wow, what a shot from Carson Smith.
Oh,
and
nice.
what a putt.
Back on track with these big putts from Charlotte.
Yeah, they took a break there for a couple holes, but not missing a beat as Glenn Pfister knocks it down from deep.
Yeah, this group of 4 for UNC Charlotte is on it today.
Yeah, Ohio State now. Another tester putt coming up. We saw him get big putted once in the front 9. God, it's going to happen
And
again.
it's happening again here. Unfortunate par for the Ohio State again. All right, hole 16. 312 feet, par 3. Players are going to want to work through this gap here and then fade back to the basket hard. You do have the line to go straight out on the left side, but I think that right side through that larger gap, potentially, we'll see more of.
Looks like these guys are going to opt for that wide hyzer. I think this is just kind of I guess just kind of crashing the... Oh, my
wow.
gosh, just gets through all the trees. Giving it an ace
throw
run.
and crash working for him.
Yeah, here's that more traditional route that you were talking about. Looking really nice as well. 2 great shots.
Oh.
2 different ways to do it.
Wow, look at that roll, though.
Oh, that is absolutely brutal.
From bullseye to about 40 feet there.
Yeah, if this was a singles round, I would say that is a super unlucky break, but luckily his partner did stick it close, so... Shot came up a bit short from Manny.
Interesting to see the players. Oh my goodness! Wow. Interesting to see them opting for those sidearms, but as you see, it's working. Got one park job, one that looked like it went off the front of the basket there. And Ohio State is going to be back on track with a birdie.
Yeah, I think the forehand, worst case scenario, you catch some of those trees late and you're left with a circle 2 look, so don't hate the play at all, and then best case, you miss them all and almost ace it.
All right, here we are, hole 17. Par 4, 639 feet. Players are going to need to throw to here to then throw out of this gap into the field. Really a good controlled first shot, and then a big second shot is going to lead you to a birdie.
I'm not going to play the over-under game with you again on this hole, Nick, because I think we're going to see 4 forehands in a row again. That was looking nice from Tom. Just catches a late tree. Nope, no, I'm wrong again.
Oh.
I am not going to Vegas anytime soon.
But throwing a roller, so, same kind of flight, or for this instance, roll. Getting that left to right motion.
Wow, that was a great shot.
Yeah, out of the gap, leaving a pretty short approach, honestly.
And another backhand. Is he going roller too, or maybe just a nice straight hyzer flip shot? A little drift, but I think that was a little overturned.
Yeah, got a good kick. It looked like back to the fairway, so potentially a look from there still. Oh, and this looks nice.
As long as it misses some limbs and late trees and it gets through, gonna put Ethan and Ohio State in a great spot. Pretty much a wide open shot into the green. I'd say probably right around 300 feet for these guys.
Oh, and look at that. Giving the green light to his partner. See if he can run a bit at it. I like the speed.
If it Drops a little bit. It's got a chance.
Oh,
For a second, I
Dropped
thought
a
I did
little
something.
too much. I respect...
I would say that's a bid from that distance.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I respect Max for trying to give us a highlight here down the stretch. Just running everything.
It's kind of more inside than I wanted.
It's a nice shot there from Jack.
Yeah, UNC Charlotte looking to close out with 2 more birdies, and they look like they're going to get one here on 17 with those shots.
Yep, they'll be left with about a 15-footer or so, both of these teams. There's a nice putt there from Ethan. Tom will look to clean this one up for a nice star frame. Is it still a star frame with only 2 teams?
I don't know. It's a good question. Who would you even ask?
I don't know. Let us know in the comments.
Here we are at hole 18. Downhill, 372 feet. I like this finishing hole.
Nice little dual fairway. Pick a side of the one tree to miss. Going for the turnover line from Jack.
A little overturned, but gonna get all the way down to the circle, it looks like.
Yeah, got through that late stuff for a circle's edge putt. Glenn gonna show us the forehand option. This is looking really nice.
Oh, there it is. UNC Charlotte looking to close out with a birdie here on 18.
That one is pulled out of the hand.
Hey, but still look from over there. Not ideal, but I gotta look at the basket.
Max with a nice correction though. That
Oh
my God, 3 holes in a row he has been within inches of making
Wow.
those forehands.
Almost giving us a highlight reel here at the end of the day.
Nice couple birdies from both of these teams as Charlotte clean. Oh, I spoke too soon. Is that an announcer jinx? Is that my first announcer jinx, Nick?
Might be. You might have. It's hard to do in post production.
It is. It is hard to do, but I might have pulled it off. Please redeem us, Owen. I don't know when the last time he putted it. It's maybe been like an hour since he's had to throw a putt.
I know. It's 15-footer. Could be, a testy one. Never a doubt, though. Finishing out strong at 16 under. Look at that. Wow.
What a round.
What a round.
Yeah, gonna be hard to catch this UNC Charlotte team if they can keep this up. 16 down for the round puts them at 22 under overall in this Division I team competition here at College Nationals. Taking a look at the rest of the leaderboard, NC State is going to be joining them on the lead card for our 4th and final round as we head back over to the Winthrop Lakefront course. So make sure to tune in. It's going to be a very exciting finish in that 4th and final round. For Nick Hanson, I'm Nathan Johnson. We'll see you then.